it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dog. Some it was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
The ball carrier.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Chargers 7, Chiefs nothing. Michael Badgley
following the touchdown. Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
49 to Mike, watch 49. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Check hot route. Slam.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
42-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, a scout.
Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
14, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. That one complete to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Los Angeles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Here is Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier taken down at the 14-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Cordero Patterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Now here's Mahomes. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
On for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, keep it up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them?
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Taco Charlton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On on second down now. It's Patterson, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
On the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Behind the chain, second and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first and
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one too low. A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
49, guys. Mike, color. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the ship.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I got you, boy. Check nickel. Hey, Sunday. 49.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Single. 87's mine. Don't worry about that. 87. Here we go. Check.
This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 30, Chargers 20. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Forced out to his left. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big fella, the 30, 10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
On the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top for the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
The Chargers will line up for the...
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled it.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. separate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's game situation. Let's go. 49 to Mike. 149. Let's go. 15. He's checking crowd. Hey, alert 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Chiefs 43. Chargers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A.
To Marquise Goodwin.
77 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.